Well, good evening and welcome back to my channel. My name is Faye and this is Fairy Floss, a FlossTube channel all about cross stitch and embroidery and crafting and lots of other creative things that I get up to. It's basically my creative space online. So I'm here tonight to share with you a FlossTube update, just to show you some of the things that I've been working on. And of course, I think the first whip I need to tell you about is my voice. At the moment, I'm suffering from this horrible chest thing that's going on, and sinus problems, and all the rest of it. Then last week, I managed to get the dreaded vid as well. So I'm currently a bit of a Knickerbocker glory of ailments. So please, please, please bear with me on this video. I know it's probably horrific trying to hear me talk like this. I know that I sound quite aggressive, and I'm honestly not being aggressive. And I think I've been scaring some of the kids at school a bit with this voice at the moment. But it is what it is. But I still want to share with you. It's been ages since I've done a video. I've not had a voice now since New Year's Eve, and I think it's about the 17th of January today. So as you can imagine, it could be a while. It could be the whole of January until my voice comes back. So yeah, I apologise for my voice. Please stay. Please have a look at what I've done. Mute me if you need to, if it offends you that much. I honestly don't mind. So let's get on to the real whips. So being ill, I'll be honest, I hold my hands up. I'm only human. I haven't done as much stitching as I've wanted. I've had lots of projects out and dabbled in little bits, so potentially this might just look like a bit more of a whip parade than a progress report. But yeah, it is what it is. If you're ill, you're ill. I tell you what, it's a nightmare. You pick up your stitching, you have to cough, you put your stitching down, and one of the stitches, God, I took it to the Show Up and Stitch event, and I didn't realise how many mistakes I'd done. When I looked at it, I got all these half stitches that are meant to be full crosses that I completely obliviously not noticed, because I must have been like so ill and stressed and spluttery when I was stitching it. So, you know, it is what it is. Let's just have a look at what I'm doing. So my first project, this is quite exciting actually. I've not worked on this for ages. If you don't follow Gracicle's Stitchery, which is Amy, my lovely friend Amy, then get her on Instagram, find her on YouTube, and also find her on TikTok. She is like a really cool TikToker. She uses that platform so well to show off what she's been working on. So my first project is a calendar that came with Cross Stitcher magazine. I think it was in 2021. Yes, there we go. It was in 2021, and it's this tiny little calendar that's been designed by Cheryl McKinnon from Tiny Modernist, and I started it in 2021 with that intention of going, ooh, when it's March, I'll stitch March, and then in April, I'll stitch April. And I did January and February, and then I completely misplaced it. No idea where it went. And then a couple of weeks, just before Christmas, I think it was, I found it again. So I'm back on it. So these were the ones that I'd originally done. Let me just put something behind it. So this is January and February, and they're so cute. They're dead quick to stitch as well, so I've already done them too. And then last week when I was a bit poorly, I was like, I just need something really small, really fun, really quick, and so I got March done, which I absolutely love. It's got sheep, it's got clovers, it's got a little house, and the colours are so fun. So I'm just stitching from stash on this. I've got a bag of really random threads that I'm just working through, both on this and on Pandemic when I go travelling, and it just seemed like the right kind of piece to use up some of my old threads on. So yeah, that's March. I'm getting back into the vibe of it now, so I don't think I'm going to do it month by month. I think I'm just going to pull it out every so often and get the next month done, because it'd be quite nice in the summer to actually, when I've got a bit of time in the holidays, to get everything finished and make it into a really nice, I don't know whether to make it into a calendar that I pull out once a month or to turn it into like one big quilt sampler or something. I don't know. I'm only on March, so I've got plenty of time to consider my next move with that. So yeah, that's my first little project. Now, I did say they're all quite small projects. I have got one quite exciting big project that I've started. So I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the last video. I think I did. I think it was my plans. I've got 4 heids that I want to work on this year. I've got Fortune Teller that I've done 2 pages of. I've got Reading Time, which I've done about 1,000 stitches of, and I've just started inputting that all back into Pattern Keeper because I lost it all, which is a bit of a pain in the butt, and I decided last week just to start getting it all back together again. I've got A Starry Night, Van Gogh, which is I'm going to work on that in quite a small way. I've got a piece of 32 count, and I'm going to do it 1/1. Also 10th stitch, so not 1/1, but 10th stitch over 1, and work on that one. And then the other piece I've got is Cat's Alphabet, which I will pop a little picture up there to show you what it's going to look like when it's done. And I've done 300 stitches, aka 3 squares. Let's just tighten it up a little bit. So this is what it looks like at the moment. That's my first 3 squares. I've decided on this one to try working on it in the diagonal. So, because if you look at the picture, this main bit says Cat Alphabet on it, and then you do each letter next to it. Oh, excuse me. So my plan is to work this through on the diagonal till I finish the first block, and then I'm just going to do each block one at a time and work on it that way. It's a biggie, but it's exciting. I'm really looking forward to working on this piece, and I love these colours already. Look how fun and vibrant they are. All these different yellows and oranges already added to it. So that is going to be a project I'm going to continue working on this month. To be honest, I was hoping to do more, but because I've been feeling a bit under the weather, I just wanted stuff like small that I could just pick up and stitch on and not really worry. With a Haid, you've got Pattern Keeper out, you've got your tablet, you've got all your threads, you've got 300 million threads, you've got your big canvas. It takes a lot to do. So now I'm feeling a bit better, even though I don't sound it. I am. Things are working, things are happening. I'm going to get that out and work on a bit more. It'd be quite cool to get 1,000 stitches done in January, get 10 squares done. I'm not usually a target setter, but it would be quite nice to feel that little achievement by the end of the month. So yeah, that's my second project. My third project is it's for my seasonal sale that Stitcher Litten has set up. But to be fair, I've not really worked on it every night just because I'm a bit up and down at the moment. So I'm halfway through doing a stitch, so it seems. So I'm just going to finish that off so I don't have a needle poking out of it. I have finished actually. The first one. So this is December. I don't think I even said then. I am very scatty today, I'm afraid. This is December Down Under by Lindy Stitches. Absolutely love it. 5 different patterns of different Australian animals at Christmas. So I have completed the Kookaburra, which I absolutely love. It's come up so well. I've enjoyed stitching this completely. Last week we were at the Shop and Stitch event at the South Bank. The next one will be on the 19th of February. If you're in the London area or surrounding areas, do come along and join us. It's a lot of fun. So that is the first. Just found some extra haul. That's exciting. That is the first piece I've been working on, which is that one there. And now I have moved on to the cassowary, which is this bird in the middle. Looks a bit like a turkey, but it's not. And it's well fun. It's got like a Christmas tree on its back. So we'll go from that. Flip it over because I'm working on the same piece of material. And that's my start on the cassowary. So it's not a lot yet, but it's a start. So I'm going to put 30 minutes on that tonight as well and try and get into this swing of, with Stitcher Lynn's, Lancashire Stitcher, sorry. With Lancashire Stitcher's Sal, she's doing 30 minutes a night on your seasonal Sal. So it's a really nice way of just making little bits of progress and then you just see it all coming together. So yeah, I'm really liking working on this little set. I am hoping, I wonder if I can get them all finished. So I think winter officially ends on the 21st of March. So I wonder if I could get a whole little set finished by the end of winter in a seasonal Sal, then move on to a more springy piece. We shall see. So that is my third piece. I'm doing a good job of stretching out, very little stitching here. My fourth piece you have seen a few times before, and this is one of my favourite pieces at the moment. It's something that I'm quite focused on, and this is Nutcracker Village by Country Cottage Needleworks, and I've completed 3 of the houses already, and I am now working on, I am now working on this one, which is the Sugar Plum Sweet Shop, which is so cute. They're adorable, and I've made quite a good start on it actually. I've got the top bit done. I've got the snow apart from this bit which needs to be filled in, and now I'm just working my way up this house in this really beautiful colour. It's one of the classic colour works, and let me just check the, and oh, it's Sugar Plum. That's funny, isn't it? So the thread that we're working with is actually called Sugar Plum, which is the same as the Sugar Plum Sweet Shop, so it just all fits together. So I'm enjoying working on this. Hopefully next time you see a video from me, I might have, I don't know if I've completed it. I'll be on my way to, hopefully, because I really enjoy working on it. I love how these stitch up really quickly. Although one problem is this material, I don't know if you can actually see the sparkly on it, but it's just so hard to stitch on. You've just got to really find that right time of day and lighting to stitch on it, otherwise it absolutely drives you potty. So yeah, they are my 4 stitching or cross stitch projects, should I say, that I have been working on, which is great. I have now, hang on, just pull something out of here that I am looking for. Yes, there we go. Right, I'm gathered, I'm ready again. Just toss that over there. So the other piece of stitching that I'm working on is my cantha stitching. If you're new to my channel, I do like to try other pieces of embroidery as well, and cantha is an Indian method of stitching, and I'm currently It's also slow stitching and seed stitching and straight stitches. And I'm working on this really colourful, oh god, the lighting is terrible. Oh no, hang on. Well, that works a bit better. There we go. I think I look a bit red on this video. I'm not. I'm okay. My blood pressure's fine. This is my elephant. So I've been doing lots of seed stitching, and I've now added a little sequin flower on his bum, and I've just got a few extra little bits to do, and then I think I'm going to finish this off soon. I know you can go really crazy with embellishments and stuff, but for this one I think I'm going to add just a few more sequins, and then I've got some really pretty fun ribbon that I'm going to make as a little border, I think, and then finish it off and turn it into a little wall hanging. And because I've got so many other ideas for cantha stitches that I want to do, yeah, I'm ready, I think, now to get this completed in the next month or so. So yeah, watch this space. Let's see what I end up doing with her. I absolutely love that kind of stitching. It's nice to not have to have a pattern in front of you and follow a pattern. It's nice just to be able to do as you please. So yeah, that is all my projects. So it's not bad, actually. 5 different things worked upon in the last couple of weeks, even if it's only a teeny tiny bit. And considering I've been feeling absolutely rotten as well for some of it. So, Stitchy Kindness. I have a little bit of Stitchy Kindness from good old Amy at Graceful Stitchery. She met up with me at our Show Up and Stitch. Oh, did I mention that? Come and join us on the 19th of February if you like. And we are doing a little swap. So when I'm finishing Nutcracker Village, I'm passing it over to her. And she's got the Sample of the Month series by Country Cottage Needlework. So she's passing those over to me. So she kindly gave me the March one. Oh god, that's so shiny. Let me just pull it out for the sake of your sanity. The March one, which is very cute. It's very Irish. I mean, apparently, there we go. It's kind of in focus, but not great. Yeah, apparently all cross-stitch designers link March to St. Patrick's Day, and that's it. Apparently nothing else happens in March, apart from, spring and bunnies, but everybody seems to save that for April. And April, which is spring and bunnies, of course, and little chicks, and I think some Easter eggs as well in there. It's really pointless me showing you this because it's such a teeny tiny picture on the pattern anyway that you can't really tell what's going on there. So that was some Stitch Kindness. And also she'd bought a Karen Wildflowers that was the wrong colour that she doesn't think she'll use. So she's donated me this absolutely beautiful variegated thread. So I am pretty sure I will be doing something really lovely with this at some point in the future. So, also, while I was at the Show Up and Stitch, a lovely lady called Susan was selling some of her Nora Corbetts and Mirabilias, and I was going to buy one, and then I twisted my arm. I had to go to the cash machine to get actual cash, and they had a charge on the machine, so I was a bit like, well, if I've got to spend money getting cash out, I might as well get a bit more out. So I ended up buying 2 of the Nora witches. So I've picked up Raven, which is lovely, and I've got very mixed feelings about these bats. I need to see them in real life to actually see what they look like, because at the moment they just look like really odd pieces of black pasta. And then the other one, which I think is gorgeous, is, I can't see her name, hang on. Oh, there she is. Xenia. This is Xenia. And she's really cool. She's got this glass of witch wine, and she's got this really cool sort of archway that she's standing under. And yeah, I'm looking forward to stitching both of those. I am working on the checkerboard one, whose name I always forget. I think it's Mary. Yeah, it's Mary, I think. She's my current Nora Corbett at the moment, so it'd be quite nice to get the witches together. I'm not sure I'll be stitching them all on the same fabric though, because the fabric that I'm stitching Mary on is a bit of a one-off. So, and now I've just been watching Huggy Stitcher, and she's stitching them all just on the chocolate and witch else, and they look really good. So I'm a bit like, oh, I should have done that, but it's too late now. So I'm going to find some really nice fabrics for these, and maybe when I finish them, if I finish them in a very similar way, then they'll look really nice together. So there we go. That's my 2 new naughty Noras that I probably shouldn't have treated myself to, but I did. And then I have also got a new pattern to start, which I am going to be starting very soon. I'm doing a bit of a stitch along with Stitchy Jam, and we have both bought Temperature Birds by Dr. Christie. Now, I've never done a temperature chart before. They've never really, I don't know, appealed to me. I don't know. It just didn't seem like the sort of thing that I would do. I am absolutely rubbish at keeping up with things. But then I saw this one, I thought, wow, it's birds. And I like birds. So I picked it up and I thought, you know what? Then Gemma said that she was doing it as well. And I thought, well, that'd be really fun actually, because she lives in Manchester. I live in London. And it'd be quite cool every month if we used the same colour fabric and then the same colours to change the temperature. We can do comparisons to where we live and see how different they are every month. And then in the year in general, we'll both have 2 pieces that are the same but very different. So yeah, I can't wait to get started on this. The only reason I've not started it yet is because I've been waiting for the fabric. I put an order in through Lakeside and it's literally arrived today, which is exciting because now, hide my address, I can do a little unboxing with you, or unbagging maybe. It's not a box. I can't afford a whole box of exciting things, but let's see what's in here. I know what's in here, I ordered it. But there's nothing more exciting than a Lakeside unboxing, is there? So, this is the material that we've chosen to work on. Let me see what size. Oh, it's a good size actually. So it's just plain light blue. We wanted to keep it plain so we can add a bit of sparkle to the birds. Because there's like fireworks and things on here, so it'd be quite nice to have a plain fabric to then embellish with excitement. Because the birds are so many different colours anyway, it'd probably be a bit daft to have really funky material behind it. So that is my first part of my haul. It's not a lot, don't worry, don't get too excited. Then I've got the last 2 charts for Nutcracker Village because I haven't bought those yet. So this is Dewdrop's Flower Shop, which is really cute and I like her. And then this is Drosselmaker's Toy Store. I love the toy shop. I think that's so cute. They're like the really fun shops. So very soon, I think I've got them all, I think, but I've misplaced a couple. So I don't know if I'll be stitching them in order or just as and when I find the ones I've already got. Like, that's the organisation of me. And then now with Lakeside Needlecraft, you have to spend £25 to get free postage and packaging. Otherwise you end up spending about £4 or £5, which is the same with most of these online shops. So my theory is, what's the point? Why would I spend postage when I could just buy a few more nice things and then get free postage and packaging? So when I'm only a few pound out, my new thing now is to embellish my classic Colourworks collection and get a few more colours, and then I end up with free postage and packaging as well. So I bought 4 new colours for my collection. I bought wasabi because I seem to spend a lot of time in Japanese restaurants and ramen places and sushi places. I bought Sunshine Girl because sometimes I'm a sunshine girl. At the moment, I'm feeling a bit more like a wet weekend, but, you know, I'm hoping for these brighter times to come and this voice to get better and for me to join my choir and for me to feel well every day. Summer Sky, because that's what we all dream of, isn't it? We need a summer sky. And this is my favourite one, Shrimp Cocktail, because that's my favourite flavour of crisps is prawn cocktail. I love prawn cocktail crisps. I look a bit like a prawn at the moment. And yeah, shrimp cocktail. So yeah, and that's me getting my free postage and packaging from Lakeside Needlecraft. Okay, so that's some of the haul. There's even more to come. This is a long video for me, isn't it? To say that I've got not much voice, you've got to listen to all this, and there's even more. So part 2 of my haul is books and magazines. Okay, so this is exciting. I've got so much. I don't know where I'm just getting so many books. This is the problem with me. Last week I was isolated. I couldn't go anywhere, so I was just like, go on then, let's go online and see what there is. So firstly on Facebook Marketplace, it was one of the stitching groups. This lady was selling some of her cross stitch magazines, and I came across this one, Ultimate Cross Stitch, the fantasy version. This is beautiful. I do want to show you inside it, but obviously there's charts and things. So what I'm going to do is tab the pages I want to show you, and then we'll do a little flip through on a future video, or I might just do a one-off video for it. I'm not sure. So this is really nice. It only cost me about £5, postage and packaging, and there's some absolutely beautiful. There's about 4 or 5 Joan Elliots in here, like really, really beautiful fairies. So bear with me. I will do a little extra video for this, and show you what's in it, because I think it's great. I mean, look, it's got a thick spine as well. It's more of a book than a magazine, really. 173 charts. Those were the days when cross stitch was good value for money. 2015. So yeah, what, 8 years ago? I think, yeah, 8 years ago. Some really, really nice things in there, which I'll show you. Next, I got this at the weekend from a charity shop for £1 whole pound, and this is Falalala Felt, and it's our little Christmassy felty project. I can show you inside this one because it's not really patterns. So there's some really cute things like little holiday hearts. What else is fun? Really nice. They're called stockings as well. Little Matryoshka dolls. I love those. They're really cute. So lots of fun ideas of ways to do some felting. So that might be a little project I get out. That might be part of my Jolly July. I might mix it up a bit this year, not just the cross stitch, but actually prep some decorations ready for the season, because I didn't actually make too much this year. I don't know why. I wanted to, and then just everything gets in the way and you just don't get the chance. So that's my next book. Then I ordered, whilst I was at Luke's mum and dad's in the holidays, feeling sorry for myself, being ill, I spent a lot of time raiding his mum's bookshelves, and she had this beautiful book called Stitch, Cloth, Shimmer and Shine, and it's got some really, really beautiful things in it. So whilst I was there, I was like, right, let's go on eBay and find it. So I found it on eBay for about, what, a £5 or something, and it's just got like, it's really in depth. It's like lots of things that are totally out of my comfort zone about colouring materials and stitching on materials and like free machining. I mean, I don't know if you'll ever see me do free machining, but embellishments, finding different things to sew on. It's beautiful. So that's something I'd like to do some projects from. Then my next book I bought before Christmas, and I don't think I've shown you yet, so I'm going to show you now. It's a really cool book. I've been adding lots of I can't say this word, Sashiko patterns to my Pinterest board. I really want to get started on it. And whilst I was at one of the knitting and stitching shows last year, there's people selling like Sashiko kits, but I tell you what, they're an absolute rip-off. I think they're so expensive. So I found this book instead, and this is Sashiko 365. And in this book, there are 365 different Sashiko patterns. So for one for every day of the year. Now, I cannot commit to doing one a day, don't you worry. But I've got a really good plan of collecting together some light blue materials and old jeans. Well, not jeans, but like thin jeans or like denim blouses and lots of different sort of colours of blue, and getting all those together to make the squares and stitching on recycled goods and things that I'm like thrifting from charity shops and car boot sales and putting together, because when it's finished, if you can see on the back page, it becomes this whole quilt of all these different patterns. And it's a bit of a lie for this project, isn't it? But it looks really, really fun. So yeah, will I start that in 2023? We shall see. I might do. And then my final book, like I told you I was spending. I only got this last weekend when I was feeling a bit sorry for myself and I wanted some nice things. And I saw this in Waterstones ages ago, and full price. It was about, I don't know, $18.99 or something. I've spotted it this weekend for £5 on Amazon. So it's really nice. Daydream Journal. So alongside all my stitching and stuff, I do some journaling as well. Not much, but a little bit. And I just thought these are so beautiful. And you can make all these really nice covers. Got a bit wet, this book, because of the cat. But you can make these really nice covers, and it talks you through how to put them together. So for me to look at that, I find them a little bit intimidating, but actually having the instructions here, I think I'm going to challenge myself this year to produce something a little bit different. So yeah, that is my whips, that's my haul, my stitchy kindness from Amy at Gracie's Stitchery. Check her out. Have I watched any FlossTubers? My attention span has been rubbish this week. To be honest, I've been binge watching Gilmore Girls and barely watched any FlossTube, I'm afraid. So I apologise for that. Does anybody else watch Gilmore Girls? If you actually, do you know what? If you have survived this video and you've managed to listen to me for 33 minutes, then in tribute to the Gilmore Girls, pop a little coffee cup in the comments below to say that you're still here, and then I know that you're watching, and that's really, really nice. So I'm going to wrap up this video because I can feel my voice just wasting away. I'll be back again in a couple of weeks' time with another FlossTube update. I'm hoping to work on Nutcracker Village. I'm hoping to work on my Haid, and I'm also hoping to work, I'm going to work on my seasonal sale and maybe pull out a couple of other things as well. Who knows, it's always a bit of a surprise with me. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, despite the audio interference, please like and please subscribe. I've got over 700 subscribers now, which makes me so happy. And I'm really, this year, wanted to push to get myself to that 1,000, because I've been doing FlossTube now for 3 years. Nearly 3 years, should I say. And it'd be so cool to make my way up to that 1K mark, like, and have happy dance and things. So yeah, please please subscribe, tell people that you like my videos, and I think that's it for this week. So keep smiling, keep stitching, have a great week, and I will see you again soon. Goodbye.